Austin, Texas, it is how it is versus how I imagine it. Okay, so I've been out on this lake. This is you rent these kayaks, right? And I've been out on this lake multiple times. I think I took Izzy out here one time, and I've been out here with my friends before too. And it's like, it's this, and then if you go down to San Marcos, like there's like a river kind of, and all of the kids from Texas State and all of the basically people that live there and people from Austin, they just get drunk and they sit on floaties and they drift down the river. Like, that's basically it. Yeah, they just drift down the river. And, like, if you drive over to Texas State, right? I've been there before multiple times. And if you drive down there, you'll see people just, like, sitting in a floaty, just, like, in the school grounds, at just, like, one of the lakes. They're just sitting there drinking beer in a bikini. Or without a shirt on. Like, that's how it is at Texas State, man. You know, Lyndon Johnson graduated there, too. And guy was a president. Can you imagine that? What's the problem? Yeah, I didn't say there's a problem. I thought it was fucking fine, all right? Yeah, it was totally fucking fine to me. I bet they're homeless and just floating. No, that's not it. Okay, sounds like a good time. It was. Yeah, it absolutely fucking was. Let's see. And be fair enough to drive very far in Austin to find what you thought Austin was. I mean, to be honest, like, we don't really have a whole lot of this, right? I mean, what is this, a scene from Tombstone? Like, I mean, no, it's obviously not like this, but the farther out, yeah, this is one of the homeless structures that they build. The fact is that, like, a lot of this stuff, I mean, Texas is not, I don't know, like, I've been outside of Austin a few times, but I just really like Austin. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry Asmon. I actually watched that movie for the first time semi-recently. It was really fucking good, man. Like, it was really fucking good. I liked the entire thing. It was such a... And, like, the best thing about it is, like, I didn't even know, but, like, Wyatt Earp was a real dude, man. Isn't that nuts? He was a real fucking guy. Tombstone's a classic? Yeah, I had no idea. I used to live in Belton. Never been there? Actually, yes. Yes, I have been to Belton. Yes, I have been. I went there once for a friend of mine's birthday party, and we fucking, like, oh my god. Like, that shit went on until, like, 6 in the morning. Like, I remember driving home and the sun was coming up. Because I didn't want to pass out, because, like, everybody was, like, passed out, just, like, on the floor and, like, outside. Now, like, I didn't want to do that, so, like, I drove home. Man, that shit was fucking... Driving drunk? No, I never drive drunk, because I never drink. I never drive under the influence of anything. I don't even like driving whenever I'm tired, right? Absolutely fucking not. Like, listen, if you're like me and you drove without, like, license, insurance, registration, inspection, or anything like that for a long time, you know that you play shit safe. You play it safe, all right? I drive the speed limit. I do not fuck around at all. I've never even been in a fender bender. Right? I never take risks with my car. I'm a very, very defensive driver. I never do that. I was always the designated driver most of the time because I didn't like drinking. It's not my thing. Under the influence of Dr. Pepper? Yeah, it's a little bit of that, man. Fuck drunk drivers. I mean, listen. I mean, yeah, fuck them. Like, yeah, drunk driving sucks. Like... Can I get a pog in chat for drunk driving being bad? I mean, yeah, no fucking shit, man. So yesterday, I had to go over to, I'm just gonna kind of say what happened. I don't think this is a big fucking secret, but we had a bunch of pictures taken for the org, right? And we're trying to, you know, we're getting ready to put out the new merch, the stuff that I've worn before, the pants, the hoodie, the shirts, etc. Right? We had to do all that, and then we had a team dinner, which is, you know, that's where we all go out and we spend a bunch of money on food. And basically, I had a pretty good time. I did. I went and I got a steak, and you know, the way that I like having a steak is I like having a steak well done. All right. That's the way it is. And that's all there is to it. But whenever I go to one of these fancy restaurants or something like that, people tell me that the meat's really good. And I thought, you know what? Usually I get a medium, right? I get a medium. And they gave me this one about medium rare. And I ate it, and it was pretty fucking good. It was a good motherfucking steak. And I sat there, and it's like, it doesn't matter whether I'm at a fancy restaurant, whether I'm at my house, I'm eating the same damn thing. I'm eating meat and potatoes, and that's the only fucking thing I like. And did Miz get drunk? I don't even dude, like, it was a good time. We talked about a bunch of shit, man. Like, we just did the usual stuff. Why not medium well? Actually, to be honest, man, I'm gonna be real with you. I literally ordered it that way, and it just came medium rare. Like, I mean, they fucked up, and it's like, I don't want to ask them to take it back. It's just like, who cares? I just eat it, right? Like, I don't really care about this that much. Like, I remember one time I went to, like, my friend's house, and I was really late for their party, and they only had a few hamburgers left, and one of the hamburgers was raw in the middle, because I could tell because it was, like, kind of still cold from, like, being in the freezer, and I just ate the bitch. I ate that motherfucker raw, and I just, put some ketchup on it, and, I had what I had to do. Why? Because I just didn't want to deal with it, man. Like, they already turned off the grill. Like, who gives a fuck? It is what it is. Like, you can eat meat raw, and you're not gonna die. It's fine. That's dangerous, dude, but I'll probably be okay. I mean, like, maybe not, but things, these kinds of things work themselves out. So, yeah, it's true. It's not a big deal. I've watched plenty of dudes eat meat raw, right? Like, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to worry about it. So, yeah, now, you never eat a chicken raw. I'll tell you something. I never eat a fucking chicken. The only time I ever eat a chicken, I ever go to KFC. Because when would I ever want to cook a chicken if I could cook a steak? That's the way I see it. And I go to KFC probably, like, I usually go, like, every other week, somewhere around there with my dad. My dad loves the pot pies at KFC. And, there's a certain KFC that we go to. I think anybody that lives in Austin would know about this KFC. It's the one off the highway. And every single time I go there, like, half of the time, there's a homeless person living there. Half of the time. And I know there's a lot of people who complain about, the homeless people in Austin. Like, because I'm going to be honest, right? Is that if you go, like, down Lamar, if you go down even, like, North Austin, like, East Austin is just, I mean, it's a shithole, right? I mean, that's literally it. It's a shithole. And so besides that, like, that's, like, the poor and, like, just, the more rundown part of Austin. And the thing is, like, how dare you be poor? Yeah, I hate them because they're poor, obviously. That's the whole reason. And anyway, so I've gone through this area. I've been all around Austin many times. And now the homeless people, what they're doing is they're building their own apartment complexes out of old mattresses under bridges. And there's a lot of people that are upset about this. They think that, like, oh, the humanity, why is this happening? They're like, why are they doing this? And it's like they have, like, they'll have, like, a random grill outside. And it's like, I remember during COVID, like, somebody mentioned to me, like, do you ever notice that, like, all the homeless people aren't wearing masks? It's like, yeah, man, that's pretty fucked up that they're not wearing a mask. It's just, and they're out there socializing with each other. And it's like, that's the thing. Yeah, they didn't give a shit. And so, yeah, why would they? It was just funny to fucking hear that, right? Like, it's not the fact that they're homeless. It's the fact they're not wearing a mask, right? That's the focus. Also, it's supposed to be a liberal city, but they don't support homeless people. Oh, well, there's plenty of liberals out there who think that supporting homeless people was allowing them to live under the bridge and not arresting them, right? The thing is that a lot of people are okay with the idea of supporting homeless people to the extent that it doesn't cost them any money. And that's really what it is. And also, the homeless people are not next to their gated community. They're next to the other fucking people that are closer into the inner city, right? That's basically what it is. And Austin is the same. I think all cities like this are basically the same. But I actually don't give a fuck. Like, unless I've got crackheads coming up to my house or coming up to my car and, like, trying to get in front of it, or, squeegee my car and, like, clean the windshield and try to get me to give them money without telling me, unless they're doing stuff like this, I don't really care. Like, I always find it interesting, to be honest with you, like, the kind of shit that they build. Like, it's fucking cool. Like, I don't give a shit, to be honest. I've never cared about them sitting around there. I think that the government should just actually give them stuff, but I always found it interesting, to be completely honest with you. So, like, yeah, it keeps you on edge. Well, it's not really about keeps me on edge. Like, I don't think it should be like this, right? But it's not like I want to say that police should go around and arrest them. Like, because the thing is, like, everybody always talks about this shit. Oh, police should go around and arrest these homeless people. Who the fuck do you think pays them to do that? You do. This is your fucking money. Like, they're not fixing a pothole. They're arresting, you know, fucking this bum because he's sitting under the bridge. Who cares? Like, is this really the biggest problem in your life? You know, is Rufus the bum really the biggest problem in your life? I bet he's fucking not. Just move on and think about something else. You know, that's the way it goes. And yeah, that's the way I see it, man. Time to make another, what's with the big emotes? Arrested for not having a home? That's the way it goes, man. Yeah, it's crazy, but there it is. And huge, what the hell is this? I'm trying to look at what y'all are saying. Gives the city a bad look? I don't know. I don't really get. I don't give a fuck. Like, a bad look to who? Who cares? Yeah, I mean, as I said, unless they're like robbing me or like getting in front of the car or messing with me, like, I don't care. They live their life however they want. It doesn't matter to me at all. And yeah, Austin already has a bad look. Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that. There's basically, Austin is a bunch of, like, if you go downtown, it's a bunch of people that never shower and smoke weed and listen to Tame Impala. Like, that's basically what Austin is. Like, last time I went downtown and I saw that, that's about what it is. That's all there is to it. Like you, I mean, I'm 2 for 3. I don't smoke weed, though. Like, that's it. I wish we could listen to music back on the fucking stream again. That would be fucking amazing. I've got a whole playlist set up. I've got all these songs that I want to listen to, and I'm constantly fucking paranoid that I'm gonna get banned because I play something that upsets some fucking 76-year-old wrinkle-dick piece of shit that works at Warner Brothers Media Company. Well, fuck you. Shirt looks folded. This actually was folded. I bought this out of a pack of 4 shirts. I have like basically, so I always would have to like, I always buy a new shirt, right? Whenever I go to the store, that way I've got something for the next month. And this one here, I saw that they actually had a pack of 4 of them, and so I figured, fuck, man, I'm gonna just settle this problem for the, you know, half the year. And so I just bought the pack. This is the last one in the pack, so I'm gonna have to actually do laundry kind of soon, man. Like, I actually, back in the day, man, I used to never do laundry. I would just go down to the thrift store and buy 5 new shirts, and that was it. It'd be like $6 or $7, and I'd have 5 new shirts, man. I hate doing laundry because the thing is, like, my mom would always tell me like how to do it. Like, I'm like some kind of like an idiot. Like, I can't figure this shit out. She'd be like, all right, yo, don't put the Dr. Pepper in the laundry detergent. Like, don't put Dr. Pepper in there. Like, oh man, like, well, oh, you're putting forks in the dryer again? Oh, Zach, you gotta stop doing that, man. Like, what are you thinking? And so, like, she'd treat me like a fucking idiot every single time I tried to do laundry, right? And so I finally decided, like, it's probably half the reason I don't like doing it. But either way, I just also don't like doing it. Can I do laundry yet? No, because I keep getting forks in the laundry basket. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't have that shit, right? Do you wash your shirts after buying them at the thrift store? Why the fuck would I wash them? They already washed them. Why would I wash them again, man? The thing is that, yeah, no, I never did that. I used to go to the thrift store all the time. Like, that was the main place that I would get my clothes. Like, I went from, like, whenever I was young and, like, my mom had, like, a job and, like, you know, it was like a, you know, we, like, kind of, you know, she had, like, a job. It's like a normal existence, right? We would go to Kohl's. Now, Kohl's is like J.C. Penney's. Like, it's like one of these stores, and I would go there and I would get, like, you know, a pair of pants and like 3 or 4 different Nintendo t-shirts, and that was about it. And then as I got older, I liked going to the thrift store more because the clothes were cheaper, so I got to get more stuff. And on top of that, you know, I felt like the clothes were a little bit more, you know, they were nicer, right? Like, somebody had already worn it and like broken it in a little bit. And so, yeah, like, most of my shirts that I have are from the thrift store. Like, most shirts that I own were bought for $1. Like, that's basically it. And the way I look at it is, like, if you gotta buy a shirt for more than $10, man. No, you missed me with that bullshit. Like, no, you don't. Like, you don't have to buy a shirt. $10 for a fucking shirt, dude? Yeah, right. Smart shopping. Yeah. The thing is, like, I just, the thing also, like, this is another issue that I have with, like, it's the same thing I say with my car, right? Is that when everything you have is a piece of shit, it never matters what you do with it. Because, hey, you know, if one of my shirts get torn or I spill stuff off on it or something like that, who gives a fuck? You just throw it away and get another one. Who cares? And it's the same thing with my car. The car fucks up. The car breaks down. Let me tell you something, all right? I guarantee you, whenever Mizkiff takes his fucking $200,000, $300,000 car down to the dealership to get that shit fixed, a transmission change would cost more than my entire fucking car. So I have a shit car, and I don't have to spend a lot of money keeping up with it. And it works so fucking well, man. Austin PD, yeah, look, dude, you know, we got an ongoing thing going on, right? Say the thing. Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy, Asmongold. Do y'all remember 2018, 2017? Me, Train, Mitch Jones, Eli, Cloaksy, Mick Larivi, NMP LOL, IRL streaming live from Austin, Texas, every weekend, with sometimes guest appearances by Soda Poppin' TV, Professor Akali, Wood Gnomes. Who else was there? Oh my god, it was so good, man. It was so good. Fuck. Reckful wasn't around then. Is Eli the party bus guy? Yeah, he drove, like, he worked for this, like, super rich guy, right? And, like, so he drove the car around for him, and the rich guy was like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want besides that. Yeah, Eli is good guy Eli in my guild, the hunter that got Grand Marshal or Field Marshal. I still talk to him pretty regularly. He's a great guy. He's actually a good guy, Eli. Known him now for, like, what, fucking 4 or 5 years? It's been a long time. And so, yeah, it was crazy. Nice. Greek? Well, Greek was around, like, Greek stayed for, like, 6 months or so, and like we had, remember that, like, was it Africa they were playing, and like Greek and Train were like dancing and like seducing each other? I remember that. I don't know if I was there for that one or not, man. Now I have no idea, but yeah, dude, those were the old Greek. The thing is, like, I actually feel like if Greek came back to Austin and like we came back and just did streams together, if it was like me, Train, and Greek that did a stream together again, a cooking stream, I bet it would be probably just as stupid and funny as it used to be 2 years ago or 3 years ago, right? It probably would be the exact same thing. I think that a lot of people are a reflection on their environment, and the fact is, if we get all the boys back together, we're gonna probably do the same shit. Like, that's all it comes down to, man. Greek's changed, though. The thing is, you always say somebody's changed, right? It's like, you know, the old phrase, you can take the boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the boy, right? I feel like that's kind of the same thing, right? It's like, you could say, oh, he's changed. Yeah, he's changed, and still we get a camera on and we have everybody in the same room goofing around. Then he's going to be the exact same as he used to be, man. Like, he's going to be the exact same. Because he's the same dude. That's what he used to do for fucking 10, 15 years, man. Yeah, that's all it is. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like people hate on Greek. I've always liked Greek. I've liked Greek. I think he's a good guy. I'm glad to see. Obviously, like, there's some dumb things he said. One time he tweeted out the earth was flat. I don't know if that was a joke or not, but like, I thought that shit was funny. But like, the fact is, like, I like the guy. He's a nice guy. That's all there is to it. I'm not gonna worry about, like, that's all there is to it. He's a funny guy. Like, he used to have a lot of funny jokes, etc. Like, nothing wrong with Greek.